wish my parents could be here. My father would have enjoyed the praise, and my mother would have believed it. Glenn got one thing wrong when he spoke of me as a mentor. It has been quite reverse. It is only chronological that he is younger, and he has steered me through much of what I have done with great contribution. Tomorrow he will, and we'll have the delight of hearing, have the pleasure of introducing Nancy Chotero for her plenary address at the plenary session of the American. And Nancy and I, talking over cocktails, agreed. The Sigourney is an honor, the plenary is an honor. Being introduced by Glenn Gabbard is really an honor. So I thank you. And also, I have to thank, and tell in the service of truth, my appreciation to Janice, my wife, who has not only taken care of me for all of these decades, but has been a tough editor, a severe reader, has an eagle eye for a faulty sentence, and nothing tests a marriage more than giving a wife a draft. And she says, this isn't clear. And I think, you're stupid. And then I listen, and of course she's right. She has saved you from having to be exposed to, and has saved me from presenting many ideas that were clearly only half-baked. I turn to the Sigourney trustees and to their anonymous judges, whom I certainly thank most deeply. But I could not have been satisfied with that, and Google is magic. So I was able to look through and find out something about Mary Sigourney, who is behind us, who is the author of this project. And she must have been a tough woman, but she was a wonderful woman. And I have no doubt that I would have liked her and liked to know her, though I don't know that it would have been easy, because she had very strong feelings, not only a therapist herself. She was actively involved in promoting progressive and liberal causes, the publisher of the Bay Area paper, The Advocate. She was so dedicated to issues of public welfare and the individual that I do not think she would misunderstand or be offended by my next comment. In fact, I think she would be in accord when I say that the Sigourney is a real honor that stands side by side, another honor that all of us receive many times a day, each time someone presents himself or herself as a patient in our office, trusting us for the responsibility of their care. That, I think, is the ultimate honor that we have. It's the end of a festive evening, and it's been a long day, so I will abbreviate considerably. And I only want to mention 3 thoughts that have come up as I've been trying to think through the work that I do. As I've said before, I do not think that philosophy and psychoanalysis are allied professions. I think they are the single same course, in which philosophy is the lecture section and clinical analysis is the laboratory, where one sees how people connect, what goes on. So in that clinical work, as I try to think about it, as to helping someone else in his struggle toward insight and facing the unknown self, the unconscious inside, I've tried to select 3 basic ideas to make it as simply brief as possible with respect to the time that I want to mention. The first is that even within the context of our common humanity, no 2 people are the same. Our clinical work demands appreciation of the singularity, the particularity, the distinctiveness of each person we meet. Our theories, which try to blend into commonalities, should never supersede or blur individual uniqueness. And the analyst always works for the individual who is consulting him. The second thought is the clinical technical derivative of what I think is the baseline first principle. And that is the fundamental principle from which, to my mind, all other principles of clinical technique derive. It is regard for otherness, the analyst's profound and genuine regard from in the marrow for the authenticity of the patient's self as a unique, singular other, equally valid with the analyst's own self. I can think of no occupational hazard worse to analysis, clinical analysis, than the easy falling into the belief the analyst could lead the patient's life better than the patient can. And third, the analyst's concern for otherness and the caring curiosity that carry with them must also carry with them appreciation of universal outsiderness. No matter the warmth and security that one has in good mothering and in an early home, every individual is born into a world where the rest of the world is there ahead of you. It's bigger, dangerous, and threatening. One is always small and facing the threat of the other world. The outside world always looms large and is potentially dangerous. The analyst's own sense of outsiderness ought never dull full respect for the patient's sense of strangeness. As much as analyst and patient strive to be close and to know each other, they can only do so validly if they come together in a way that respects the ultimate chasm of separateness on the edge of which all of us live. So, once more, I thank the Sigourney Trust, its members, the jurors who I still half can't believe honored me, and to you here tonight, and to our analytic colleagues who are not here, including those who don't write papers, don't even come to meetings, but get up each morning and go to their offices to try to work with whatever dedication they can to help someone come to know himself or herself with all true autonomy. To you all I say, it is an honor to be among you. Thank you.